Hi, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am here live on my Facebook business page. It's Monday morning. It is the 8th of June, 2020. I am here as I am every Monday to do your three-card weekly reading. Let me say hi to some people. Nilsa, checking in from work. Hope you're having a good, safe work day. Nilsa is a nurse, I think, or so somewhere in the medical community there. So we want her to stay safe. Wendy, nice to see you. Zuri, glad you're here. Elizabeth, happy to see you. TK, good to see you. Hey, Michael, you made it like right in the beginning. That almost never happens. So good to see you. Wendy, glad you're here. Leisha, very good. We see a lot of people coming into the room. Hi, Martha, nice to see you. Michaela, nice to see you. Laura, happy to see you. You signed up for my class at the end of the month. I'm so glad you're going to be there. T, nice to see you. All righty, Lori Hahn. Hey, everyone is here. Monday morning, raring to go. Pamela, nice to see you. So if you happen to be watching an archive, either on YouTube or here on Facebook, a couple of things. First of all, I welcome you as well. For the three-card weekly reading, the way this works for all of us, we are really looking at the energies available to us as a collective for the week. So if it resonates for you as a reading, definitely take it as such. Then I'm going to do sort of individual one-card readings for people for the week ahead. And obviously, if you're live with me, I'm going to get to you for a reading, or I'm going to do my best to. If you're not live, I'm not going to be able to do that if you're watching an archive. But if you watch it through and you hear a message that really hits you, that resonates for you, it's okay to take that as a message for you. That's how these group readings kind of work. You know, if you hear it and you feel like you were meant to hear it, then it's for you. Okay, and Michael Wells knows what to do, putting in a request for a card early. Well done, and that's it. And I try to get to requests in order. So I do really appreciate your doing that. Let me say hi to a few other people coming in. Let's see. Denise, nice to see you. Julie, happy to see you. Kathy Lipinski, glad you're here. Linda Armstrong, glad you're here. Okay. Neil Quatrano, happy to see you. Okay, so this week, for the three-card weekly reading, I like to switch up the decks. Those of you who have had readings with me, and if you haven't, you should. And even if you have, you should. You can't have too much, too many. No, you can't. You know that I will always have sort of my workhorse deck. Right now, I'm working with the Smith Waite. And I'll work with one of those until I wear them out. It usually takes about 3 months, then I get a new one. But for the three-card weekly reading, I like to stretch it out. If you've been to my office, you've seen I've got a pretty extensive tarot collection. So I like to play with different decks for this. And today we're in for a treat. This is Gaian Tarot. This is the mass-produced Llewellyn version, which is no longer in print, sadly. I think there is a new indie Gaian, though, that you can get. And what a beautiful deck it is. So I'm excited to be using this for you today. So we will start with the three-card weekly reading. What cards do we see that will talk about the available energy to all of us, for the planet, for the collective? What do we see and how do they fit into our lives? Let's take a look and see. Then we'll get to the individual readings. And once again, I'll go in order. So if you have not requested your individual card, please do so in the comments. I really appreciate everyone coming in and saying hi. And I'm glad you're here. But that is not the same as a request for a card. So if you want a card, definitely ask. Okay, Vijayetta, nice to see you here. Shannon, hope you're doing well. Shannon is also a nurse. Hope you're staying well. Amber, glad you're here. I see you in line for a card. We will absolutely get to you. Okay. And here's another thing. If you ask for a card and then have to go, I'm still going to do that card for you. So just come back and watch it in archive so you can see your message. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Somewhere there's someone cringing because I riffle shuffle my cards, especially this deck because it is a collector's item. But if I'm going to read, I got to riffle for the very most part. That's the way it works for me. And I recognize some people don't find that comfortable, and I apologize to you. But man, it is part of the process for me. All right, let's see what we got going on here. First card for a 3-card weekly reading for the 8th through the 14th. The 4 of Fire, which is the 4 of Wands reversed. And let's take a look just and see what that beautiful image is in its right side up, the 4 of Wands or the 4 of Fire. But it comes up reversed. And, you know, when we think about the 4 of Wands, we think about celebration, we think about harmony, we think about unity. And right now we don't have a lot of that. And so I think this is sort of acknowledging what we're dealing with here and acknowledging that, you know, sometimes there has to be disunity in order to find unity, that we have to find our common grounds, that we have to find healing one with another, that we have to come to some place of truth and reconciliation one with another. And I think this card really calls for that. So I got a couple of angry faces there. Are those angry faces at the riffle? I get it. I understand. But, you know, for me, the magic of random and the process of that shuffle that sort of brings energy into the deck is just so important. Okay. Okay, wow. So we're all about the reversed cards this week. Here we see the Explorer of Fire. So that would be like the Knight of Wands. Isn't this a great deck? But again, it comes up reversed. And so this reminds us that as we think about it, okay, first of all, the Knight as explorer, which I really like. And fire as the energy of change, of spirituality, of creativity, of passion, of motivation. And when we think, and it's also anger. And when we think about how we explore our fire, you know, maybe there are ways that we are doing it where we're really more destructive rather than helpful. And so this invites us to explore all of those fiery things within us, but to do it in a way that is measured. You know, my first job was as an answering service operator. You didn't really need to know that, but it's funny. My second big job, my first career, was in citizen action politics. And our director at the time said that in order to create community change, you need a slow burning anger. You need an anger at injustice that is slow burning, that stays with you, that causes you to act in a deliberate fashion, not in a destructive one. And I think this card speaks to that, doesn't it? And isn't it interesting that we now have 2 fire cards or 2 wands cards, both reversed? Okay. Okay, it's all about the fire, but this time we are upright and we have Child of Fire, which is like Page of Fire. So this entire message, Karen Winkle, your first job was also as an answering service operator? That is awesome. Oh, I love that. I'm glad I shared because now I know we have that in common. Okay, this is a beautiful reading. First of all fire, all having to do with that fire energy, which is, again, it's passion, it's creativity, it's anger, it's sexuality, it's spirituality, it's will, it's motivation, it's desire, it's everything that burns within us. And it is the agent of change. And we are really looking for change. We are looking for healing in so many ways. We need to do it with the heart of a child. Remember, too, that pages are messengers. We need to share the message, that message of hope for change, not in a destructive way, but in a way that it can be heard, right? We need to recognize that we're all just figuring this out. Yeah, we should have figured it out a long time ago. That's a fact. But really, we are all just figuring it out. We are all children here, trying to find the right way. And that is a beautiful message. And this may be a message for you personally. Right, Michael says it takes passion to inspire change. Absolutely. It may be a message for you personally in terms of your career, in terms of your own motivation, in terms of your own creativity. But I think you can see how this is a message for all of us as a planet. So pretty cool, right? All right. So now, using the same deck, and guess what, you people who don't like the riffle, we're going to do it again, getting ready to do your individual readings. Hey, Jean, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to start scrolling here. And I think our first request for a card is my good friend Martha Vink. So, Martha, how will your week be? Excuse me. 8 of water reversed. Again, I just want to show what a beautiful image that is. 8 of water. But it showed up reversed. And really, Martha, that's about what you don't want to let go of. As we look at this week, there may be some things you have to release, you have to let go of on an emotional level. Something or someone that you need to say goodbye to. And maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe that's upsetting. Look at what you're hanging on to and figure out if it's something you can hang on to, should hang on to, or if there's a way that you have to let something or someone go. Maybe not in a big way, maybe just in a temporary way. But one way or the other, there's some deep emotion going on there. So honor that and deal with that. Okay. Elizabeth says, I look forward to this every week. Thank you so much. You know, and I know people do. I get messages first thing in my inbox. When's it going to be? Because obviously I don't do it at the same time every week because I have to put it in between my scheduled readings. So I so appreciate that. I so appreciate you folks being here with me every week and just sharing in this process with me. It makes me feel so good. I think it's a great way to start the week, and thank you so much for doing it with me. Okay. Hey, Denise. Denise from Lutz, Florida. I love Lutz, man. I was supposed to be there this coming weekend, but, well, I'm not because I know the state's opening up, but not me. I am staying as locked down as I can right now because I'm a little older. And I just have a feeling, man, trust the psychic on this one. I have a feeling those of us who can stay locked down probably should. So I will hope to see you in Lutz soon, nonetheless. But here is your card for the week. Okay, Child of Air. It came up reversed, but again, I want to show it to you right side up. Is that not such a beautiful image? This is your card, Denise Davis, for the week. It came up reversed. So the Child of Air would be like the Page of Swords, and it's really about figuring out the right way to communicate because it comes up reversed. This week, you want to really pay attention to your communication, pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to what you are learning. That's what's really important here. And so there may be a conversation that you need to have that you're a little concerned about having or a little afraid to have. You may be unclear about what you think or what you believe this week. And so really sit with that. Work on your communication, work on figuring out what is true for you, do the research if you have to, be open to learning, keep your mind open this week. Okay, Michael Wells, your early request for a card is paying off. Dee, it's nice to see you here. Thank you for the support on laying low. And I know not everyone can. And for those of you who cannot, I wish you so much safety and protection. But for those of you who can, it feels like a good idea. All right. Michael Wells, what about your week? Oh, look at you. You saw me shuffle, but you got the final card that was the card for all of us, the Child of Fire. So, given the way that came up in our spread for everyone, I have to really think about this as an indication that you yourself can be a voice for change, that you yourself can be a voice for healing. And maybe this week you will find a way to use that voice to help an individual, to help many, recognize the power of your voice as a change maker. Okay, TK, nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. TK, what a great picture. Check this out. It is the Six of Air or the Six of Swords, which is about forward motion. I think this really speaks to you moving forward in your own life, growing, moving forward in your thinking. You may find something happens this week that gives you information or that helps you move forward. So how great is that? Okay, Leisha, my good friend, happy to see you here. Okay, Leisha, the priestess. Of course, this would be the high priestess in a standard deck. And so this is all about, I think, finding your peace, finding your balance. I think this means it will be a good week for you. But remember, too, that the high priestess is silent. There may be a situation at work coming up where a lot of people are like, blah, 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 blah. You want to stay out of it. Okay. Wendy, so nice to see you here. Glad you're here. Let's see a card for you. Okay, Wendy, the Four of Air reversed. Let's look at it right side up. Here's the Four of Air. You got it reversed. So that would be the Four of Swords. It's reversed. What that says is you're going to be really busy this week. You got a lot going on. You're going to be pulled in a lot of different directions and And there's going to be a part of you that would really rather just relax, rest, meditate, take care of yourself. And as much as you can in the midst of all this busyness, that is exactly what you should do. Okay, Zuri, my good friend, hope you're doing well. Hey, Karen Maynard, nice to see you here. Okay, Zuri, your card for the week. The Seven of Water reversed. Let's look at it in its right side up. That's the Seven of Water. You got it reversed. So that's the Seven of Cups. So decision making. There's a lot of things I think you're looking at, especially as you move your business forward this week. I don't know that you'll be making your decisions this week, but you will certainly be looking at options, and that is the right thing for you to be doing. Hey, Bigot, nice to see you here. Glad you're here. Neil, my good friend, Neil Quatrana, glad you're here. Okay, Nine of Air reversed. Here it is, upright. Reversed, though, Neil, this is a card I prefer to see reversed for you. This is a card in its upright position about overthinking. It can be about depression, anxiety, worry, anxiety. I already said that. I said it once. I said it twice. Well, that's what it's about, but it's reversed. And so this week you may find the clouds clearing. You may find solutions. You may find things getting better. And I think you should anticipate that. Okay, Pamela, nice to see you. Here is a card for you. Okay, the Guardian of Water, reversed. So let's see it upright. There's your Guardian of Water upright, such a great card. But it's reversed for you, Pam. And, you know, this suggests that this could be a tough week for you emotionally. That you really want to honor your emotions, think about your emotions. It might be a good week to write, to meditate, and to recognize you're feeling a lot of feels. And that's perfectly okay. Don't block it. And you guys know what I have to say about, I've said this before. When you're going through something, you can't live there, but you got to experience it. So experience what you're experiencing, learn from it, and move through it. Okay, my good friend T, hope you're doing well. Here's a card for you. Woohoo! I love this picture. It's the Lovers for T in its upright position. Now, I know you're going to be starting a new job soon. Congratulations. I know you've got a great marriage, and I know that you are, you have a lot of connections in terms of your community responsibilities. And so with the Lovers, this is really about how you connect with the people around you on a personal level, on a professional level, on a club level, on a relationship level, on a family level. It's all about making those connections and remembering that the decisions you make and how you're going to connect with people and the way you communicate with people is what makes all the difference. Okay, Elizabeth asking for a card for her husband, Rich. He works for Publix, and so he's out in the fray as well. And we wish him the best and thank him for his service to the community. A card for Rich for the week, the Guardian of Fire, again in its upright position. And so I think Rich is going to have a good week. I think he is going to really, because I think he's in some sort of a management or supervisory role. And he's really going to have to work that role. But he will do well. I think he will make a difference for his work community. I think he will be healthy. I think it's going to be a good week. Okay, Kathy Lipinski, nice to see you here. So glad you're here. Okay. Kathy. The 8 of Air for you, upright. So the 8 of Air would be the 8 of Swords. And very often, here we see a group communicating, and you know what happens when you get a committee together, right? So for you, Kathy, be careful about the committee in your head. You may have within your head some very positive voices, but also some voices that sort of put you down. I think the committee in your head is not always helpful. So tell those committee members to sit down and shut up and let you do your work. Okay. Trisha, knit faster. Good to see you. Here we go. The 10 of Water, this would be like the 10 of Cups. Trisha, I am anticipating a very nice week for you. You might have nice connections with friends and family members. You might be enjoying your home. You might be feeling a sense of gratitude and happiness. You may be enjoying nature. I anticipate this will be a nice week for you, and I sure hope so. Okay. Puck, nice to see you here. Here's a card for you. Okay. Okay, this is lightning. It's the tower, but it's reversed. And Puck, I know you've been going through some stuff, but it's reversed. Things are getting better. You are on your way to a positive change, a positive healing. All will be well, and you will see some forward motion this week. It's not as bad as it could be. Okay, Michaela, nice to see you here. Here is a card for you. Oh, the gardener, which is the Empress. And so for you, Michaela, this is about your own creativity. It's about what you're growing. It's about what you're creating in your life. Use this week to move it forward. Nothing could be more powerful. And I know that your mother is in spirit. And this is a card that can be a direct communication from your mother in spirit, supporting you, loving you, and moving you forward. Karen Winkle, nice to see you here. Here's a card for you. Karen Winkle, the Seven of Air reversed. We'll see what it looks like right side up, but it's reversed, and this is a card, it's the Seven of Swords. I'd like to see it reversed. This is a good week for figuring out what is true and not letting other people mislead you with their own fears or their own worries or their own dishonesty. You figure out what is true and you follow that. Okay, Missy Lowe, it's so nice to see you here. Glad you're here. A card, you'd like the truth. You know, I always try to tell the truth. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. The Ten of Air, Missy Lowe, and it's funny, you're like, I want the truth. And this is a hard truth card. The Ten of Air, here's the picture. It's in its upright position. This is the Ten of Swords. And those of you who know tarot know that this is a really nice depiction of a very difficult card. This could be a tough week, and I think you know that. What you want to do, though, Missy, is be very careful about overthinking. And be very careful. Don't let other people give you a hard time. We have to remember that, you know, we are in very difficult times right now. No one is at their best. In a way, we have to forgive people for being ridiculous. But don't let them get next to you. Don't let them get under your skin. Be strong in yourself and be strong in your resolve. That's what you have to do. Laura, so glad that you're here. Here's a card for you. You're the second one to get this. The Four of Air, like the Four of Swords, but this one is right side up. This advises that this week, if you can, you take some time apart. You take some time to rest, to relax, to heal. Perhaps meditate, perhaps do some inner work. And this is going to help you. This is really a card of time away, time apart, but also of healing. Linda Armstrong, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. You are the third person. Well, okay, first was the collective. Second was Michael. Now it's you. Child of Fire. This is our card for the day. And it's your card. And for you, it is all about rejuvenating your heart. It is all about bringing your humor, your creativity, feeling youthful, feeling like you are growing, and finding joy in your life once again. This can happen for you this week. Okay, and folks, I so appreciate your feedback for these cards. Thank you so much. I don't tend to read them aloud because I've got a long list and I'm trying to get to everyone in the list. But I do see it and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, Julie Barrett, nice to see you. This was also a card that we got for the collective, the Four of Fire, and it comes up reversed as it did for the collective. You know, I know you're in a new home and you're really, and in sort of a new family configuration in a lot of ways. And I feel like this week there will be some steps going forward that will be difficult, but that will help bring you to the harmony that you're looking for. You may not be there yet, but you'll get there. Kathleen, Patricia, it's nice to see you. Hey, Amber Sailor, it's so nice to see you. Here's a card for you. You're the second one to get this, Amber. 10 of water. That's like the 10 of cups. Couldn't be better. I think you'll really enjoy some nice time with your family. And I know you're home with your family. You're probably like, oh my gosh, I've had enough of my family. But you know what? You're going to have some nice family time this week, and it's going to feel good, and it's going to be happy and rejuvenating. So be open to that. Hey, Josh Wilner, nice to see you here. I will absolutely get to you. Yes. Vijayeta, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Explorer of Fire, reversed. This was one of our 3 original cards for the community. For you for the week, you're cautioned to be careful. Be careful about how you move forward. Do not be impetuous. Make your decisions. Be careful. And take things a little slow this week if you can. Okay, M.A. Lemons, nice to see you here. Here's a card for you. The 9 of water reversed, or the 9 of cups reversed. And so this is really about what do you want and what can you have. This week, recognize that there's a lot of things that you want that you may not be able to have right away. But don't let that bother you. Think about what you really want, what you can have, and how you can get it. This is a good week to work toward those goals, but you got to play the long game. Okay, Kathleen, Patricia, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, 10 of air. You're the second person to get this. This would be the 10 of swords. And it does suggest a difficult time, that you are going through a difficult time, and we know that to be true. You're one of the many people who has had your job affected by the pandemic. But this basically tells you that it will get better. Hang in there. We acknowledge this is a difficult time, but do not worry. It will get better. Donna Sue, nice to see you. Kim, here's a card for you today. Kim, the 5 of water reversed. So this is what it looks like. This would be the 5 of cups reversed. Basically, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. There may be some things going on in your life right now, Kim, that you don't prefer, that are not the way you would like them to be. But don't worry. Hang in there. Make the best of what you can. You will find healing. You will find growth. It will be okay. Shannon Owens, here's a card for you. The 3 of earth reversed. So here's the 3 of earth, and it's reversed. So Shannon, this may be about some things going on at work that you're not really happy about. Hang in there. Just deal with it. It will be okay, but this could be a tough week at work, so be prepared for that. Okay, Lori Hahn, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. The 6 of water, what a beautiful card. This is like the 6 of cups. So this is about, first of all, recognizing that you have the support of your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit. This is about remembering who you are and finding strength from your happy memories. Okay. Mallory, nice to see you here. Here's a card for your week. You're the second one to get this. 5 of water reversed. There it is right side up. Here it is reversed. You may be going through some tough stuff this week, Mallory, but stay positive. Look to the bright side. Be optimistic. Things will get better, not worse. Charlene, nice to see you here. Glad you're here. You are the third person today to get this card, 10 of Air. It may be that you are going through some difficult times. This may not be the easiest week ahead, but be strong. Do not overthink. Do not let other people bring you down. You have the ability to get through this, and in many ways, really, the worst is over. You will be fine. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Jan Brewington, so nice to see you. Okay, Jan Brewington, the 9 of Air. This is a hard card. It can speak of worry. It can speak of upset. It can speak of grief. And you have had some reasons for grief over the past year. If you're feeling some of that, if you're going through a tough time, it's okay to feel that. It's okay to be there. Reach out for support when you need it. Like I always say, acknowledge it, deal with it, don't live there. But recognize that this may be a week that you will need some support, so don't be afraid to reach out. Okay. Hey, Jean Mnuchin, nice to see you. I know you got a lot of changes coming up. Let's see how your week will be. Oh, beautiful, 6 of Air. You know, it's all about logic. Don't you love that image? I love this image. It is all about logic. It's all about don't let your emotions pull you down. Logically, make the plans you need to make in order to move forward. It's a beautiful thing. Barbara O'Brien, nice to see you. Paisley Moon, happy to see you. Okay, you're the second person to get this 9 of Water reversed. So some of the things that you would like to have or have happen or be doing, not happening right now. There will be some disappointment here. Get ready for it, be okay with it, but recognize this is not the universe saying, no, you can't have what you want. This is the universe saying it's going to take time. So be patient. Okay, very good. Dee Dunkley, nice to see you. D, lightning. Okay, this is the Tower. This suggests that you may get some news or some information this week that will be a little, that will affect you, that may create change, either for good or for bad. Be prepared for change. Be prepared to welcome change, even if it's difficult, and know that you are strong enough to deal with whatever you need to deal with, and that change can bring positive things forward. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Let's see. Hang on one second. Scrolling down. Want to make sure I get to everyone. Rocio Marie, so happy to see you. $15, bindweed, which is the devil. Okay, Rocio, you have to really think this week about what you're attached to, about what's serving you and what's not serving you. Be willing to walk away from what is not serving you. That's the important message. Sonia, nice to see you. Let's see what we see for you this week. You are like the third or fourth person to get this card. The 4 of Air. What we see this week for you is a need for healing, a need for retreat, a need to kind of get away from other people if you can. Jan, just did a card for you. Did you get that? You may have to roll back and get your card there. Okay, let's see. Okay, Bigot, my friend from Germany. Nice to see you here. Okay, I'm just going to reiterate, Jan, because it was a tough one. You got the 9 of air, which suggests that you're going through some stuff, Jan. You are, and this is you, Jan Brewington, I'm speaking to. You're going through some stuff. You've got some grief going on. This could be a tough week for you. Reach out to friends. Reach out to the people you care about. This is a time to embrace healing. And so you shall. Okay. Now, let me get back. Okay. Bigot. This is for you. You are like the third, fourth, fifth person to get this card, and this was one of our cards for the group. The Child of Fire. It's the Page of Wands for you, Bigot, my friend, in Germany. This is about your creativity. It's about finding your youth. It's about nurturing your creativity. It's about recognizing yourself as a messenger. It's a beautiful card for you right now. Okay, very good. Okay, this is for Anne Hogland. The 9 of Fire reversed. Okay, here's what it looks like in its upright position. And it's reversed. You are really cautioned, Anne, this week to be patient, to take good care of yourself, to show up for what you need to show up for, but if you don't have to show up, it's okay not to. It's okay to take some time for yourself. Okay. Hey, Katie, nice to see you, and thank you for your blessings. Katie, the 5 of Fire. I hope that you're working on something creative this week. I hope you're feeling a lot of different energies pulling at you. You may be feeling conflicted. It may be kind of tough. But out of that could come something beautiful. Deirdre, nice to see you here. Karen, the Guardian of Fire is not the Ace of Wands, and it's either the King or the Queen of Wands, and I'm actually not sure which. I'm not as familiar with this deck as I should be, but I think someone else answered that later on. Okay, Deirdre, nice to see you. Here's your card. You're like the third or fourth person to get this. I'm doing it right now for you, Deirdre. You are like the third or fourth person to get this. This was also part of our collective card. Explorer of Fire reversed, but in this case, I think it's going to be about the people around you. You may have a lot of stupid, ridiculous people around you. Keep them at arm's length and don't let them get to you. Okay. Sharon Malloy McGinley. Here we go. Oh, beautiful Strength. What a lovely Strength card this is. So with this card, Sharon, yes, you have a lot going on and you can rise above all of it. You are strong, you are capable, you are wise. You can handle everything you have to handle. Do it with patience, do it with love, do it with compassion. But if you have to let your fierce inner lion get out and roar a little, sometimes that's okay too. Okay, Sonia. Sonia, 7 of Fire reversed. So when we look at this and it's upright, that's what it looks like. So the thing is, you may have some stuff going on, Sonia, where you really need to ask other people to help you. You may have a lot on your plate. You may have a lot that's bothering you. Do not be afraid to reach out to others. Okay, very good. Thanks so much for your feedback, folks. Okay, so the Guardian, it is the Queen. That's what Puck said, and that's what I thought too. So Karen, Maynard, the Guardians in Guy and Tara are the Queens. Hey, Josh Wilner, here we go. You're the second person to get this. 8 of Water reversed. This is what it looks like right side up. Here's the reversal. So emotionally, you have to think about what you're hanging on to that isn't serving you, what you should be hanging on to, what you have to let go. It's time for an emotional inventory. Okay, very good. Okay, Uma Elizabeth. Hope you're doing well. We're coming to the end here. Look at you, Ace of Air. Great card. That's like the Ace of Swords. You were coming up with great new ideas and great new ways to do things. I know you didn't think you'd be giving birth to all these new things right now, but hey, you are, and it's going to be fine. Okay, very good. Okay, just scrolling through to see if there's anyone I missed. Thank you all for your feedback too. I think I got to everybody. If I missed you or if you wanted a card, now's the time to ask because I'm getting ready to end my broadcast. We've been here for a while. Thank you all for hanging out here with me. I really appreciate it. So, shameless self-promotion. This Sunday afternoon on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet, we will be doing a tarot meetup. It's actually the replacement of the tarot meetup we were supposed to be doing in Lutz. So hope you can join me there. And if you don't subscribe to the Christiana Gaudet channel on YouTube, please do. And if you haven't hit like here, please do. I also want to let you know I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, whatever you like. Please do reach out. Happy to do it. Okay, so let's see a couple of requests here. Lisa Bruno Mazzone. Here's a card for you. The Seven of Earth. Think this week about what you're cultivating. What do you want to make happen in your life? What are you doing that's working for you? And do more of that. That's the important thing. Karen Maynard, nice to see you. And you got a guardian. Look at that. So Queen of Air, which is Queen of Swords, reversed. Here's what she looks like. You have to know your truth and speak your truth. Do not be afraid to speak your truth. Do not let others take that power away from you. Okay. Very good. I want to thank all of you for being here. Hey, Carol, you got in just at the last minute. I'm just going to go ahead and pull a card for you because I know you want one. The Four of Water, it's the Four of Cups. This might be a little bit of a tough week for you, Carol. Stay focused on the things that are positive. All will be well. Folks, thank you. Stay strong, stay well. Reach out. I'm here for you. If you haven't hit like here on my Facebook page, please do. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.